Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me on Eternal Heart and Crown. Okay, um, I'm gonna get straight into it. There is a huge channeled message that I received this week, and I kind of took my time on putting this out there to the point where I feel as though Spirit, in its own way, made an example out of me concerning this particular message, to the point where I was like, let me go ahead and get on here and just put this message out, because this is bigger and deeper than I may even have originally understood it to be. Anywho, the huge message that I am that I was channeled at this point is about energetic signatures, okay, and your own spiritual credit score, okay. And basically your energetic signature, the message here is tending to the things that truly matter. What are you saying yes to? Okay, people don't understand that contracts and agreements can be made even without you physically signing your name to something. Your energetic signature is anything that you're agreeing to on an everyday basis. It may be something that you're not okay with, yet you're putting up with it. This is anything that you're putting up with, anything that you're putting your energy towards, anything that you are, this is, doing on a daily basis or on any basis. Are you truly okay with what it is that you're energetically agreeing to? Whether that be a job, a relationship, okay? There's something that the collective is involved in, okay, in some way, where you may be verbally saying no, but you're energetically agreeing to it. You're energetically saying yes, okay? The other message to that is concerning the spiritual credit score. A lot of us only worry about this physical credit score when it comes to 3D, getting our credit scores up and doing everything to look good on paper, right? But what is our wealth in spirit? There is wealth in spirit, and a lot of us need to start tending to that. This card speaks about, what does your inner bank account look like? Are you doing the work when it comes to your spiritual credit score? Okay. And that's just another way of looking at it. So the main message is about what we're energetically agreeing to, agreements, contracts that we don't even understand that we've created, either with someone, somewhere, okay, or something. And it is, or was, or could be causing some form of, drawback in your life, destruction in your life. You may be feeling weighted down by something and you may not even understand why. Something energetically, something spiritually is going on. So that is the basis of today's reading. And we're going to get into it and see what other messages Spirit has behind it. Okay. My spirit guides, my guardian angels, divine, most high. Today I'm channeling the message of the energetic agreements, spiritual credit score. Are there any other messages, Spirit, that you have for the collective today concerning this that I need to get out here to the collective? Thank you, thank you, thank you ahead of time. And we're ready. I got the Spirit Guides card. Okay? Spirit Guides. Divine guidance is at play, assistance, protection, and helping you sense. Okay, so they're just letting me know spirit guides are here. Your spirit guides are here, because this is a huge, huge deal. This is a major big deal. I feel that this is something that we're dealing with on a grand scale. Okay, and so the spirit guides are letting me know we're here because this is huge. This is huge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep shuffling and seeing what they have to say. We're going to go ahead and pull some oracles. We're going to pull some tarot today. We're going to get into this, okay, because I feel like this is a huge ordeal going on, not just with myself, but just, with, the collective on a grand scale. Spirit guides, is there any other messages within this pile that you have for the collective? Okay, I got the ancestral card. Okay, knowing our history is vital for the future, lineage, generational. So this could be something, this particular channeled message, because the basis of it is concerning energetic signature and spiritual credit. This means, this pulling out this ancestral card, this goes deep. This goes back in time. This is generational. This has been happening for a long time, to the point that it's almost like spirit guides are screaming where this is the core of it. Okay, this is the basis of it. This particular issue goes back. Okay, goes back in time, well before you, before maybe your mothers and fathers. Okay, this has been going on for so long, and it needs to be addressed. The time is now, is what I'm hearing. The time is now to address this issue. I'm getting, it is time to stop accepting, allowing, and saying yes to something that you are not okay with. Okay, stop saying yes to something you're not okay with. And let's be clear, I'm not talking about things that you've been forced to do. Okay, it's time to not accept things that you know that in your heart of hearts, in your mind, within your spirit, is conflicting with you. You're saying yes to something, but you know, and only you know individually, what that is actually doing to you. We pulled the Miraculous Miracles card, okay? Unexpectedly amazing things taking place. The thing about it is that when we're doing this, accepting things that we may not be okay with, at a job that we know we don't want to be at, in a relationship that we know is on the rocks, we know isn't cool, we know it's not bringing us happiness, not in spirit, not in emotion, not in mind, whether this is a a person, place, or thing. When we stay in it, when we keep going around it, we are energetically saying that we don't even trust spirit enough to miraculously provide a miracle in our life that will put us on the path that we actually want to be in. Every time we pray and ask for help, we are taking matters into our own hands that essentially keep you from having what it is that you really want, from having true happiness, is what I'm getting here. And I'm even guilty of this, I'm saying what would make me happy, but I'm not allowing spirit to do its work. And this has been going on for such a long time. We're not even allowing, and this could also be, we don't even trust that we're protected on something, that ancestors have our back, spirit guides have our back. Okay, the divine has our back, creator has our back, source, God, whatever you refer to it as, okay, has your back on what it is that you want. We also got the birthday card. Okay, the birthday card speaks of acknowledging your own existence, celebrate, purpose, existence. You matter. And when we're accepting things that do not belong in our lives, when we're keep going back to things and involving ourselves in things that are just not for us, we're not treating ourselves like we're here for a reason or that we have a purpose. The birthday card just basically speaks about the importance of your existence. Okay, the importance of your existence, and we're not acknowledging even ourselves and how we're left feeling, and how we're left neglecting something, okay, within ourselves, for someone else's happiness, to be duty bound to something or someone, whether that be a job or relationship. We are duty bound to it. And ultimately, what I'm getting is that it's blocking blessings. It's blocking your true path. It's blocking happiness. You don't have room for it because you have all of this clutter of things that you don't even want yourself. Whether that's someone, something, a job, anything. We received psychic abilities, okay? We have gifts, people. We have gifts we could be using. We're not using our own inner knowing, our own inner compass to decide on things. We're allowing the world and what the world has created for you. And a lot of us, what the matrix has created for us to run our lives. We got the transformation card. It's time to be transformed by it. It's time to come out of this. It's time for you to be the butterfly and, spread your wings and move into what is for you. Okay. But when we're constantly agreeing to be duty bound and energetically engulfed in something that's not for us, what I'm seeing here is that it delays so many beautiful things for you. Okay, for the collective here, it's delaying those things. You don't even trust your own instincts. Okay, grieving. Okay, we got the grieving card here. Many of us are too busy grieving over what we don't have anymore. We're too busy holding on to what no longer works. We're too busy being sad about something that is not even in our control, to the point that we're not experiencing the other side of that, the upside of that, because of it. What do we have, Spirit? Compassion. Okay? It's time to be more compassionate towards yourself as well. In addition to others, we don't have enough compassion for each other or even ourselves. When something doesn't seem right in somebody's lives, there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of judgment on yourself, a lot of judgment on others, creating a compassionless. I made up a word there, but you get the drift. We're less compassionate towards ourselves when we are not outwardly in the world looking like we're doing something. All of our paths are not the same. Your wealth is not measured. I'll put it this way. We're allowing the world to measure our worth. Okay, is the message that I'm getting. We're allowing the world and its matrix to measure our worth. We got the Justice card. Spirit is trying to bring justice to this situation, right? But we could possibly be blocking that and standing in our own way when we don't trust that Spirit has those miraculous miracles for us. With the birthday card, you're worth these gifts. You're worth getting what it is that would bring you happiness. You're worth those things. Why don't you see your own worth? Spirit is ready for the collective to see yourself as the way that Source sees you, the way the divine sees you, okay? Spirit, what other messages do we have? We're going to keep this channeling going because it's beautiful. It's full of... This is important. This is important. And this This aspect of things has to stop. It is time. It is time. It is time to get the blessings that are due to you. You got the Triumph card, collective. Triumph. Let me move it back a little bit. It's time to focus on working diligently as you do to get a paycheck every 2 weeks or week or month, however often you get paid. I don't know. It's just as important to move towards, because remember, we got that spiritual credit score. It's just as important to diligently work towards your wealth in spirit. Okay? Your wealth in your own growth, spiritual, emotional, physical. All of it is intertwined, you know. And this psychic abilities card, it's the third eye is lit. The aura is lit. Look at all those colors. It's basically every color within the spectrum. There's a balance here. You couldn't have this kind of aura if you were only focused on 3D. There's no way you could have an aura like this. There's no way that your psychic gifts could be on fleek if you never tend to your spirit. Okay? You got to triumph for what's important. It's time to figure out what's important and what's not important. Emotional withdrawal. Okay? We're so busy seeking other things that we're not taking care of ourselves. Spirit wants us to take care of ourselves. She's at the water shores. It's like when they say, take it to the water. Okay? Maybe some of us need to visit the water and lay our burdens down, honey. It's time to lay them down. It's time to trust spirit to bring us what it is that we deserve. I'm not sure if any of you have ever heard the saying that the divine thinks of you much bigger. The dream that you have is so small in comparison to what Source has for you. You know, a lot of times we can pray for something, ask for something, meditate on something, and our vision, our prayer is so small in comparison to what is really for us. Trapped in fear. Excuse me. And we've been receiving this. I've received this card in a couple of collective readings now. I feel like spirit is getting into those things that are keeping us from truly believing. Rejoice in celebration. That's what spirit wants you to do. Rejoice. Because you got the birthday card, it's like it's time to rejoice in self. Self-love, self-joy, self-happiness, transformation, and get out of this energy of feeling trapped in fear, like I have to do this because if I don't, such and such will happen. We are not making the space, the room, the trust, the faith in spirit to bring in the gifts, the happiness, the joy that Source knows that we deserve, because we're too busy tending to the 3D. You either, and as I always say, you either are coming out of this is where you are, or this is where you're going. This is the energy you're going into, but these are the things that you need to be aware of during this time. Okay? Spirit, what other messages do you have for us in the Psychic Tarot here? Any other messages, Spirit, that you have for us concerning sacral chakra? We got the sacral chakra card. The sacral deals with your passions, it's just your sensuality, the things that light you up, okay? To me, the sacral and the solar is concerning willpower. It's what makes you get up and go. It's what makes you feel like, there is hope. And when this particular chakra is down and out of order, it's not much is going to happen, at least not for yourself. You know, notice in the Triumph card, this figure is kind of surrounded in some of that orangey yellow as well from the sacral. It takes that kind of energy in order to triumph, in order to keep going. And Spirit is possibly saying here that this is what needs to be healed within us, within the collective. Your ability to keep going, your ability to trust that there will be justice in the situation. If you just believe in long enough for it to happen, have faith enough that it'll happen. Have faith that you don't have to keep going after something or doing something that you don't even feel comfortable doing. Have more compassion for yourself. Compassion is knowing that I am loved, knowing that I am thought highly enough of, that I don't have to do something that I don't want to do. Authority. We got the authority card. Who's running you? Are you running you? Who's the authority in your life? Okay? That's what this authority card is telling me. Spirit is saying, who's the authority in your life? Who's running you? Is it these jobs? Relationships? These people, places, and things? What's running you? You know? Take control of your life. We got fertility, but notice in these cards, in both of these cards, we received cards with rings around here, okay? Halos, auras, protection, rings of protection. They're yellow, solar energy. We spoke about that solar energy in the Triumph card with all this yellow and oranges in there. The sun, I'm assuming that's probably the sun shining right behind that figure. Same here. You're backed. Spirit has your back on whatever it is that you want to do. With the authority and fertility card, when you stand in your power, there'll be blessings from it. Something's going to materialize from it. The heart energy here. You got to have authority over your own heart's direction. You got to follow your heart with triumph. With that energy that says, no matter what, I'm going to go for my heart's desires. Full force. When whoever is the authority in our life, that's who has control. So if your job has control over you, that's your authority. If a relationship has control over you, that's your authority. Authority came before the fertility card. Whatever has your authority is ultimately what you leave responsible for your happiness. We're leaving individuals, people, places, and things in charge of this. And we wonder why we don't get it. We wonder why it hasn't happened. Because a lot of times, what you want, what your heart desires, is not something they're even thinking about. Okay? I'm thinking about what I want. Look at those arms crossed. I'm thinking about what I want by any means necessary. Keep that same energy for yourself and your own desires and your spirit, your soul elevation. Okay? I'm going to pull a couple more cards, but ultimately I believe that, the message here is powerful. It's clear. Thank you, Spirit, for the message. Thank you, my spirit guides. Thank you, my guardian angels. What else do we want to say to the people? We got 2 cards, so I'm going to, 3 cards. We're going to go ahead and pull them out. Obstacles and challenges. Okay. And by the look of this card, I'm going to pull it back a little bit. Look, there's a break in the path, right? I could either jump across or I could fear falling down there. Okay? Or I could take the leap. You know, there's a winged figure here at the feet. Why don't we trust that spirit will carry us? Why don't we trust that our own guardians, our own ancestors won't carry us through something to victory and success? Why don't we feel this? Why don't we know that this is what's going to happen? Why don't we know this? Okay? This came behind this card. If you are willing to even move through obstacles and challenges, victory and success awaits you. On both of these cards, the figure's kind of on the edge here. Okay? Both on the edge, but in one, it's like, contemplating. I don't know if I want to take the leap. I don't know if I want to take the jump. I may want to turn around because he's got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm not sure that I trust that this will end well. But why not when you have victory and success waiting for you behind it? The other card we received is the Destiny card. I don't read reversals. The Destiny card. Okay? Trust that these things will happen. Okay? This is like in a wheel motion, so I assume that this Destiny's card is probably the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? The number 10 card. Spirit is working for you, not against you. But when you move like you don't trust, when you do what you think you have to do and be duty bound by it, you're missing your own miracles and rewards due to it. Okay? Spirit, what affirmations do we have from the affirmations deck that could help the collective today? Okay, I'm going to pull from the tarot as well. Any affirmation cards that could help that could help the collective at this time as well. We got the Today I Am Glowing card. Okay, today I have huge amounts of energy and focus to take on any challenge. That's what this speaks about. Trusting that you will be victorious in whatever you decide to pursue. There's something the collective is not doing because of the fear of not being successful in it. And so instead we're staying in what's familiar, what's what we feel as normal, what we feel as though at least I know what I'm getting here. If I go this direction, I don't quite know what I'm getting. So it's not so, I'm going to play it safe instead of taking the risks that I need to take. But in reality, you are taking risks by not taking the risks. That's what Spirit is saying here. Spirit, any other messages that you have at this time for the collective? Oh my goodness. We got several cards here. We got Temperance. Okay. Patience is key. Have more patience with yourself. But this is an angelic image in here. Guardians are here with you. Okay. We got the World card. Okay. Look at this. Look at this figure. The calmness about it. Okay. This is new beginnings. Be patient. New beginnings are here. Be patient and trust that Spirit, your angels have your back. Newness is here. Okay? You're standing on top of the world. Trust that your happiness is in the things that you want. We got the Wheel of Fortune card again. What did I tell you? That was more than likely the will, your destiny. You got the Wheel of Fortune again. Okay? Look at these figures here. You're protected. You're protected in whatever it is that you decide to do. When you say, Spirit, This is what I want. Spirit, this is what I'm going to do. My guardian angels, this is what I want to do. And these, start moving in that direction. Start moving in that. You got the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, the Temperance card, Three of Cups. Again, it's time to celebrate yourself. Celebrate in the things that you're wanting. Okay? To me, this is also the collective celebrating. And this, the Three of Cups for me also means groups. It's the collective. I am speaking to the collective at this time, so I always feel like this message is for the collective. It's not just for one of you. Okay? It's time to celebrate what it is that brings you joy. Okay? We got the Four of Cups behind that. It's time to stop accepting what it is that you know that you don't want. Okay? Three of Cups, celebrate. Four of Cups. And in the original Four of Cups, the Rider-Waite, it's like the divine is holding a cup. But the figure standing there with his arms crossed, not even realizing it. You don't have to accept something you don't want. The divine has something even greater for you. And that's the cup you need to be taking. That's the cup you need to be waiting on. That's the cup you need to be trusting. Five of Cups. As I said, I don't really read reversals, but honey, these both came in reverse. You got the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords. It's time to demand better. Don't speak yourself into this. In the Five of Cups reverse, it's like you're no longer needing to grieve about what's lost. You're coming out of this. You're coming out of this. The Queen of Swords needs to be standing in her power. She's trustworthy. She's hardworking. She's loyal. But possibly to the wrong things. Stop going towards things that are hurtful, harmful, unfulfilling, and start going towards things that are meant for celebration. Bring on celebration, joy, and happiness within your heart. These are cups. These are emotions. You're coming out of this season. Okay? You're coming out of speaking sadness, speaking negativity into your own life. Thinking you're not good enough for happiness, joy, to work for yourself. For some of us, you don't think Spirit will take care of you on whatever you decide, as long as you're deciding on something that's not hurtful and harmful to you. Spirit, are there any more messages, things that the collective can use at this time to start moving into making sure that we are checking and fully taking heed of our own energetic signatures, keeping track of our own spiritual scores? Anything. Chef, cook, ingredients. It's time to become the chef of your own life. It could be eating better, okay? That could be one message, but I'm picking up from Spirit that it is time that you use your own ingredients for your own happiness and stop letting someone else throw in your pot whatever they want. Stop accepting things in your pot that you don't want to eat, okay? That you don't want to do, that you don't really like, okay? Or stop letting someone else cook it up for you. This is your life. Got the passion card. What are you passionate about? Follow your passions, not the passions of someone else. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you from experiencing your miraculous miracle in your own life. Because you're getting up every day and going somewhere you know you damn well you don't want to be. You're getting up every day next to a person you don't even trust. Okay? What else we got here, Spirit? Speed, perfection. Know that Spirit is working fast. Okay? Know that if you just step away for just a moment on something, letting Spirit know, letting the universe know, look, I ain't got time for this. Look, I ain't gonna be able to do this no more. It will be like lightning speed. Oh, finally? Oh, are you sure? Spirit guides, we gonna help a sister out. We gonna help a brother out. We've been waiting on you to just decline what doesn't work, so we can work like the speed of light in your life in a perfect way. Okay? Some of us don't move on things because we think that our dreams and what we prefer and our preferences will hurt the next person. Speed of perfection. It'll happen so fast and so perfect. You're gonna be like, you're gonna look around looking for, what did it damage? Who's hurt by it? What did it knock over? Action and quick response card. When you move, I move. Like, I just got the channeling. When you move, we move. Just like that. Just like that. When you move, we move. Just like that. Say no to what you don't want. Say yes to everything that you do. Because Spirit is like, we're down for you. We have your back. All you got to do is trust it. All you got to do is take that first action, honey, and it will be returned with a quick response, with speed so perfect. Okay, so that's the channeled message for the collective today. Bottom line, get your affairs in order. It's time to do you. And the quicker you do, the faster justice comes in for you. The faster happiness, the faster life-altering, miraculous miracles will begin to happen. And you won't even know. You won't even know where that old version of you went, because you will be standing in a newness that offers compassion, love, transformation, and this will be done. You're grieving over what doesn't serve you anymore. You're sad because you got to do something that you're not even into in some way. You are neglecting your spirit in the process when you are energetically agreeing to things that don't serve you. And that is the message that I have. Thank you for joining me on Eternal Heart and Crown. Please like, share, and subscribe. It will be so appreciated. By my loves.